Hey there, Winnie here with Jazzydoodledesigns. And last week I did a video on glitter. Glitter pens, right? Because we all need a little bling bling in our life. But to be honest, my mom's been ill and Christmas is coming up. My son's coming into town. My mind hasn't exactly been on the channel as much. And so when I did the glitter, I talked about the Smoother Pro, the Grabby, the Ohuhu, my Tanmit and Shuttle Arts in the cases. And I'll link a description in the description box below to those. But some of you commented and it made me realize I have a lot more because, I've been doing cards and crafting for over 20 years. And so even though my adult coloring journey doesn't go back that far, I have been coloring little images and stuff for stamps or for like stamps and stuff for cards. And so I have amassed quite a collection of stuff. So today we're going to talk about all the stuff. Now, some of these are newer. These super golden markers I got last year. These are the Jelly Roll Metallics. This is a Tanmit 36 set that has metallic, these are the Mr. Pens, which I got last year. The Shine I got last year. The Sparkle Pop I got last year. And then some various, this is Pilot Gold Marker. I have a Uniball Signo. I have a Uniball Signo Silver. We'll talk briefly about the Linc Stella and the Nuvo Shimmer type of pens. And a little bit about Stickles, because let's just dive into all of the glitter fun. And we're not even going to get into loose glitter. I've got a whole drawer. These are the Tanmit pens that I was talking about that have a combination of metallic, glitter, so the metallic here with this type of head, the glitter with the pops, the little glitter in the barrel, and neon, I think. These neon colors. So anyway, we'll talk about those too. So let's get started. Okay, so first up, we've got the Sparkle Pop up here at the top. And I gotta say, I love these pens. These are fantastic. They go down very smooth. They pack a heck of a punch when it comes to glitter, and I like that the glitter matches the color. With the exception of this orangey, this one has gold in it, and so when you can see that you lose a lot of the orange, right? Because it just simply becomes gold. But I like that the pink is pink, the green is green, so I really like that. I recommend these. Okay, so these pens come in an 8-pack, and they're $14.49 as of right now, December 2024, on Amazon. Now, if I remember right, I bought these at Hobby Lobby. Potentially when they were on sale. That's usually when I try and get things, but I really do like them. I think they're very nice to work with, and I do recommend them. So there's those. Next up is the Jelly Roll Metallics. Now, bear in mind, these are really old. These are really, really old. Minimum 10 years old. Okay, mine are. They do have a set called Stardust. So these are the actual metallics. So you can see they're shiny, but they're not glittery. Okay? I think they work best in small areas. When you get them into the larger areas, you can definitely see your lines. But jelly rolls are fantastic. The one thing I will tell you, in my experience, if you're just using them on paper, they work like a dream. If you're using them over colored pencil, they tend to kind of clog up because the wax gets in the nib. So it's a little, for me, frustrating. They're not my go-to for over the top of colored pencil. But if you were coloring a little ornament or something like that, they work really well. Now these three here, they are glitter. That's these three clear, do I have all three of them? No, I'm sure it's somewhere. Here they are. Here they are, hiding out. So they also have, I do have this, and you know, I actually wrote it out 3 times. They're the exact same pen. There are numbers on these. So this one says it's a hashtag and then 700. So I can look at this one and see that this one is a hashtag 700 as well. Whereas this one is a hashtag 553. I do like that Jelly Roll does distinguish between their metallics and their the Stardust or the Moonlight, some of the other collections that they have with the tips or with the caps, so that you can tell the difference between your markers from the caps. You see how they're a little different? Like these two are different. And on this one, I know there's something here. I think that's the Stardust thing. But I don't have the actual glitter jelly rolls. Now the next one here, these Spica pens, these I bought a really long time ago. I think I only have, I thought I had one. Nope, that's a Linc. Nope, I don't. I don't have any of these anymore. I do have this one. This is a Pentel SLICCI. These are nice pens. I do know these come in a pack. I don't know if my pack has disappeared, but I do still have the gold. But they're a beautiful metallic and they write really well. I've used the gold for a long time for, like, you know, if you want to be fancy smancy in your cards. And but they act a lot like the Signo gold, right? So here's Signo, and then the Signo silver. These are also really nice pens. They make a white pen, which I also really like. But look at the beautiful metallic that you get from the Signo. Can you see that? It's just a little bit a step up from the SLICCI. But these are beautiful pens, and I do recommend that you have a gold, a silver, and a white in your collection. Now, once again, Signo ball pens, if you're doing white over alcohol markers, like, they work like a dream. White over colored pencils can sometimes be a little bit of a struggle. I personally prefer acrylic pens for over colored pencil. So anyway, next up, I kind of jumped ahead, and those you can get for, I don't know, $3.50 a pen or something like that if you look in your box stores, or I'm sure they have them on Amazon. They're probably a little pricier on Amazon. Okay, next up is these Linc Shine pins. You get 10 pins. These are the colors that you get. And here they are all swatched out. And I'll try and get the camera. They have a nice shine. They aren't as smooth feeling as something like a Signo or even the Sparkle Pop going down. I wouldn't go so far as to say they're scratchy, but they are a little more scratchier than the Signos, okay? But I don't find them annoying to work with. And for the price, they're $5.05. Once again, all these prices are in the USA on Amazon at the time of this recording, December 2024. You get 10 markers for $5.05, which is 50 cents a marker. I've had these now for about 6 to 9 months. I've used them on multiple things. They do have kind of a, what looks to me to be mostly silver glitter, with the exception of maybe, no, I think they're all silver. I even think on this gold, but I like that when you look at it here, they look like the color, but then when you get it in the light, you get that nice shine. So I think these are a good value for the price. Are they, you know, do they feel quite as luxurious as some of the pricier pins? No, but the results are nice, especially for the price. Okay, that leads me to, hold on, Ellie's demanding her chair. For those of you new to the channel, she's a 10-pound Morkie Maltese Yorkie, and she's a princess. And just kidding. She is a Spitfire, but she has a little bed by my chair where she sits, and I've got it up on something that's a little on the wobbly side, so she doesn't like to jump into it. All right, back to the important stuff. Super Golden markers. Now, these, where are these? These are here. This is what these look like. Oh, all of the ones that I've shown you so far have been ballpoint pens, right? With these kind of nibs. I apologize if I feel like I'm all over the place, because I do kind of feel like I'm a little scattered. These are the kind of markers you have to shake them, you have to prime them, and then they work. And they have kind of that plastic nib, right? Get it in the light for you. I think these have a really nice result. They did not really like this paper. I have had much better results with these on other paper, so I'm not sure what the problem was. But they put off a beautiful shine, and it could be that I was a little impatient with them. But I personally don't like plastic nibs near as much as I prefer like the ballpoints or whatever. But I think these are really good markers. They are $16.59 for 12, so they're about $1.38 a marker. These are the ones that I would probably use for bigger areas, because you can really get the juices flowing on these. And you can see that I added that right there, and you don't get the distinct lines like you do with some of the other ballpoints. So that's something to think about. But they also say that they are light, fast, and waterproof. Now, they say they were a 0.77 millimeter nib, but they're really nice markers, and there is no odor with these. None of these that I've shown you have an odor. Okay, what haven't I shown you? Mr. Pen. Let me grab Mr. Pen. Here is my Mr. Pen swatch chart. So I am going to try and catch the light. I like Mr. Pen's products in general. I like that they stand behind their products. I will say that on these, the shine is very subtle. They feel very much like a fine point pen when you write with them, meaning, in my opinion, they're a little more on the scratchy side. I want to do them justice because there is a shine, so you can see that shine there, but it's not the knockout punch that you're gonna get from, you know, like, look at the difference with some of these, right? I mean, they scream, whereas these whisper. Right? Okay, but they are $7.85 for 25. So they're 31 cents a pen. I don't find them to be bad pens, but they are for when you want a hint of glitter, not when you want it to pop off your page. This is what they look like. They feel very lightweight compared to, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I thought maybe one would drop faster. In 4 inches, I doubt it. Okay, am I being goofy? Yes, sorry. Okay, they have the cute little Mr. Pen. I love that you get the little mustache sticker when you order them. They are a ballpoint, and you can visually see that the pen is a little smaller. Let me try and show you the two nibs together. Can you see how much, well, if I get it in the camera, can you see how much bigger the nib is? It's very much like a fine point versus a medium point ballpoint pen. So you got to decide. These would be very good for writing. You see, like, I did the little L stroke. I never had any break, you know, where the line breaks or anything like that. So they're very nice pens for what they are. For coloring, they wouldn't be my choice. But like I said, if I was writing something, I think that they're nice. So I want to make sure that I'm being fair in my assessments. Okay. Next up is the Tanmit 36. Now, I showed you last time I ordered a Tanmit 60 set that has the 60 refills. This is just something that comes in a plastic thing like this, you know, a case like this, and you get all of these pens. These are the pens you get. They have the nice grip, and they have a ballpoint tip. I would call it like a medium, and they are distinguishable. So here you can see it has a glitter barrel, and it's a little more see-through plastic here. And then here you can see the difference here. This one is solid. This one kind of looks metallic because, you know, it's metallic. But the barrel is clear. So those are the differences in how they look. Here's what you get. You get these neons, which are very neon. Then you get the metallics here, which, you know, are decent. I'm not a huge fan of metallics in general in the pens, just because, to me, none of them are as good as like the super golden markers. But look at the glitters. The glitters are really nice in this set. I like them. I never know how much to do this. It's like, some people are like, yeah, I got it, move on. And the other people are like, wait, slow down. So, that being said, let's talk a moment. Oh, I wanted to show you, this pen. This pen is Liquid Chrome Mirror Effect by Mawatau. I haven't used this for a while, so I want to make sure to shake it up pretty good. Might even have to prime. So it has this kind of pen or nib, but it is extremely shiny. And on black, look at that. Beautiful on black. It's a very nice writing pen. But like if you were coloring like motorcycle chrome or something, this could be really lovely. Okay, the last one is, well, the last marker anyway. This one is Pilot Gold Marker. This you have to shake really well. Has kind of the fine point nib. Now this one is more like a kind of an antique gold. I don't know if you can see that. This is not your like super bright gold. Try and make the... These are alcohol based. Now I will say some markers when you open them up, they just bowl you over, right? They're just so strong. This one you kind of gotta like stick the marker in your nose to really smell it a lot. But I really like this. I've used this on a lot of projects where I want like something to read gold, but not be in my face, right? Like I don't, like if I was coloring an old ship, for example, and maybe the bow or something has some gold writing on it, I don't think it would be this, right? And so I find that this is a really nice option for when you want that kind of gold. But I will tell you, it is an alcohol marker, and it has it does have a smell if you sniff it. Don't be sniffing your markers, y'all. Okay, next up is, this is Nuvo Shimmer. This is Wink Stella. What else do I have? Got a few. I think these are all the ones I have. So I have Nuvo Shimmer Glitter Gloss, Nuvo Shimmer Midas Touch. I have two of the glitter gloss. I really like this. So what this is you have like your glitter in here, and you shake this up. Don't shake it up when the lid's off. And then you're gonna squeeze to get it going. And then you can go over like your entire picture, and it'll give you a really nice soft glitter. Now I didn't, oh, okay. See how that gives a nice shimmer over anything that you've colored. The gold in the Nuvo Shimmer is very gold. See how it puts like a gold over anything that you've colored or whatever? Okay, so those are the Nuvo shimmer. Then I have Linc Stella. This is a gold. Never had, I don't think I've had that happen before. Should I have shaken these and primed them? Yes. But so don't prime them over your project. So you can see the difference in the gold. This is more of a this is a brighter gold. This is almost like a maybe a silver gold. I don't know how to explain it, but you know what I'm talking about, right? So that's Linc Stella. And then I think this one is the same. I think it's the same, just not primed quite as much. But I love these for when you just want a subtle shimmer on your page. Okay, so let me label those. These are Nuvo, and this is Linc Stella. I want to say these are about $6 or $7 a pen. They'll last you a really long time. If money is more important than convenience, Iridescent Medium by Winsor & Newton. This is a fantastic way to add basically the same thing, but you add it with a paintbrush. So let me just grab a paintbrush here. And that's what that looks like. I love this stuff and I use it quite a bit. Sometimes I like that I can water it down, or you know, off on a little paint palette. I can really control it a little bit more than I can the pens, just because I can get a smaller brush, I can get a larger brush. And this is, I have no idea. If I had to guess, I would say probably $7 to $15. Could I look? Yes, I will. I will look. Okay, I guessed right. On Amazon right now, it is $7.50. And originally this is designed to put in your watercolors. So if you have like just regular watercolors in your palette, you could put some in, you know, on a dish or something like that and add a little iridescent medium to it and make it iridescent. So that's what it's originally for. But I just use it right over the top. You don't have to seal it. Once it dries, it doesn't come off. It's still wet, but once it dries, it doesn't come off. And I like that too. All right, last thing I think I'm going to talk about is things like Stickles. So here's just a couple of different types of Stickles that I have. Once again, these are all very old. I have no idea if you can even get some of these. So like this one is called Crystal Ice. I don't know if you can get the same color anymore, but you can buy them in this 1 ounce size, or you can buy them in the 1/2 ounce size. Okay. And what they have is you open them up and they have just a little tip right there and you squeeze it out on your page. So, and then you just spread it like this. So it's not quite as, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? You can't really control it as much if you put it on like that. Now you can put that on just, you know, on a Ziploc baggie or something, and then pick it up with an old paintbrush or your finger or whatever to apply it differently. This is distressed stickles, so the whole idea, this is frayed burlap. The whole idea behind these is to match the distressed line of colors, and a lot of those colors are a little more on the grungy side. I actually like that. This one, see how it dried? It just came right off. You just squeeze it, and you can put a little bit of glitter. Now this is glue in here. It's really important you seal them up right away. The one thing I will tell you, it's very fun. I wish you could see. Let me put a little more, because I feel like you can't really see that. There you go. Now you can see it a little better. The one thing I will tell you about Stickles that you have to worry about that we haven't really talked about is this will leave a texture. So if you were working in a book and you put this down and it's number one, it's going to take quite a bit longer to dry. I usually leave this overnight before I would close my book. Number two, it doesn't take overnight. And you can use a heat gun if you're careful, but you need to do it from far away and be careful not to burn it. The thing I will tell you though is that when it dries, it will be bumpy. So your next page, so let's say this is the page and the book closes this way. That page, you need to be careful when you're coloring, or this texture can pop through. So you have to put a piece of cardstock in between just to make sure that you're not affecting your coloring on the page prior. Does that make sense? I hope so. Wendy's having a hard time articulating anything today. All right, the last thing I'll mention is you can get things like this. This I bought at Hobby Lobby a coon's age ago, and it's just glitter glue. And I doubt that this will even come out. I've had it so long. But let's give it a go. Yeah, it's pretty clumpy. But, you know, when this kind of stuff happens, a lot of times you have to go in and unclog your little nib here. Because my guess is this nib right here is clogged. Oh! Oh, it wouldn't be a video without a good blooper, right? I don't think we need that much glitter glue. I will say this, these are really cheap. I don't know, when I bought this, it was less than $1. It was in the kids section. I'm just going to throw this whole thing away, so I'll be back. Okay, I was asked about glitter shed, right? So do these come off? And I'm going to let them sit for about 30 minutes and then I'm going to test them. But I thought I would show these to you. I just laid them down. But I thought I would show them to you on the black paper, because you can see it makes a really big difference. Now, to be fair, this Jelly Roll one, I think is the one where you're just supposed to go over colors like you do kind of Wink Stella. This is the Nuvo here at the bottom and the Wink Stella there. I tried to pick silver for all of them. Some of them are definitely brighter than others. Some are more glittery as opposed to metallic. But these are all the ones I think I talked about. But you get a good idea of the pigment difference between Shuttle Art and Smoother Pro and the Tanmit, right? Because I used the same technique, just a little scribble. All right, so I'm going to let those fully dry. I want to give it a really good comparison, and then because it wouldn't be fair that Ohuhu's been here longer than the Jelly Roll, right? So I want to give them at least 30 minutes, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. We've given this plenty of time to dry. So what I thought I would do is, I feel like if I go smearing them, we're definitely gonna get a little bit of shed, right? But what I thought I would do, let's get everybody in the game, right? Get all my crap out of the way. Okay. I just have this plain piece of black. I'm gonna make sure I don't have any glitter on it, right? So I'm gonna put it down just right on top, and I'm gonna rub it. So this is like, I was trying to figure out how to test this shed, and I'm thinking, okay, if it was a book, this is what would happen, right? It would get closed on it, and maybe over time get rubbed. So let's take a look. So we had a little bit like here. So this is the Sparkle Pop. I feel like got a little bit with the Ohuhu, and a little bit with the Smoother Pro, and a little bit down here with our Linc and the Nuvo. Now, I'm going to test. I don't have any on my finger. The Ohuhu came off on my finger. I don't know if you can see that. But you can definitely see it here. Okay? Different finger. The Grabby. Yep. It smeared too. Smoother Pro. It smeared too. Shuttle Art. It smeared a little, not as much. I don't think it has as much to begin with. So I don't know if you can see my fingers. None on there. Definitely some on these. Okay? I'm going to wipe these off so we can start over. Want to be fair. Okay. Tanmit. Definitely a little bit there. Signo. None with the Signo. Signo doesn't. But to be fair, it's more of a metallic. Sparkle Pop. Yep. Linc. Yep. All right. Wipe those off. Golden. No. But once again, that's a metallic. Jelly Roll, you can't even hardly see it, so no. The Linc, just a baby bit. Okay, wipe that off. And Nuvo Shimmer, just a baby bit as well. So those were the definite winners. So can you see that? So to me, if this is something that bugs you, right, or you're concerned about it, I would spray it with a fixative. I think that would solve the problem. But otherwise, I think that they were all, there were some that were better. Actually, the cheaper ones were better about it, simply because they don't have as much, in my opinion, lay down. So I hope that you can see all those. Okay, The last thing I want to mention is somebody said that they were worried about bleed through. So I'm going to show you here's my sheet that I was working on. This is a hard cardstock. If I had to guess, I'd say 100 to 110 pounds. It's a fairly stiff cardstock. When you look at the back, I didn't get any bleed through. Even with the Pilot alcohol marker, though when I pick this paper up, I hope you can see it, there's a little ghosting here. There's a little distortion here from this one, which was one of the Linc Stellas. There's a lot laid down. So we just had a little saturation. I'm not sure what this line is here, because it goes here with these. Remember when we had the big blob? My guess is it just seeped through in that line, because it's kind of right here where this is kind of thick. So anytime, water is the thing that makes things bleed through. Down here, I took 2 darker Ohuhus, right? Because I didn't have them on this sheet. And I flipped it over, and there's no bleed through. Okay, that's the good news. I want to show you in my Nooner therapy book, Nooner without the S. I'm not going to show you the page I did, because that'll be in the colored pages. But I will say that up here, there was some little like circles that I colored, right? And can you see that? Let me zoom you in instead of lifting you up. So there's some ghosting. I wouldn't say it's full blown. There's a couple of baby bits that have bled through. Most of it is ghosting. I'm one of those people that, I will use a different medium on this page to figure out how to fix that. I used the Ohuhu, and I used, I want to say, the Grabby on these. Okay? So there was a little bit of bleed through. So that got me thinking. I also used it in this book, and I'm not going to show you the page that I colored, but I will say I don't really see any bleed through on this page. Maybe just a touch right here. There's just a little bit. This is good paper, and you know what? Actually, I do see a little bit of ghosting. So not full-blown bleed through, but this is a decent paper. And so, I'm sorry about my phone. So be careful. Be careful with those, especially in a cheaper paper. If you're using them on Amazon paper, I would beware. Okay? Guys, I hope you found this video helpful, if not entertaining. I apologize. I feel very scattered. I feel like this wasn't my best work, but it's that time of year where we all need a little sparkle in our life, and I hope that your week has some sparkle in it. And until next time, happy coloring. Thank you for watching another video from Jazzydoodledesigns. If you enjoy adult coloring content, please consider subscribing. You can now find me on Instagram and Facebook as well. I welcome all comments and suggestions. Don't forget to like the video before you go. And until next time, take care.